Hey, what's up, guys? Here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zach Jackson, here with my co host, Irv, back at it again. We are here on season 6, episode number 5 on the Fire Sports Pod. We are powered by StreamYard, where StreamYard makes the dream yard go. So let's get right into the show. We got 3 segments for you all. We're going to be going over our NBA Cup picks. We're going to let you guys know what happened in the previous 2 games between the Thunder and the Mavs and the Bucks Magic, and then the 2 games we have tonight between the Knicks Hawks, Warriors Rockets, and what could we expect on the teams that we think will win for the East and West final. So that will be that, and then we'll move on to our second segment where we'll be going over some NBA trade rumors that are stirring up the pot for multiple teams. And then the third and final one will be going over the Hearts Act that just got passed in the Senate from what happened with DeMar Hamlin last year in Monday Night Football, where he had cardiac arrest on the field and quote unquote died on the field for like a couple, like 35, 50 seconds. So we'll be going over that and how that might affect the NFL and sports in general. And let's get right into it. So before we start off, we just had breaking news that really put us into a bit of a frenzy here. It is looking like Bill Belichick. Oh, it's not looking like it will happen. Bill Belichick will be North Carolina's next head coach. The 6-time Super Bowl winner has never coached college level. He is now going to be the North Carolina's head football coach next year. That is pretty crazy. So this is from the New York Post. We are not shitting you guys. We are not bullshitting you guys. It is real, and it will be staying real for the foreseeable future. As we can see, Coach Bill Belichick will be the new North Carolina head coach. The 17-year-old coaching legend is making a shock to move to the college ranks, finalizing a deal to join UNC as its head coach nearly a year after his split with the Patriots, following 24 years and 6 Super Bowl victories, according to multiple reports. So he is gone, and he will be moving. So for any teams that thought they could get him in the NFL, well, you're not getting him. And Bill Belichick, as seen here, is in just one double-digit win season in the last 27 years, hasn't won a conference title since 1980. So their football program is pretty shit. So what are your initial thoughts, Mr. Irv, on the shocking coincidence that we have here?
I mean, it's Bill Belichick, so 6 championship rings. A very well experienced coach. He was probably the best coach for a good amount of time in the NFL. He was considered to be one of the best, if not the best. I think this move was kind of like a desperate call for help with North Carolina, as you said. You know, I mean, they haven't won a title game or AC what conference ACC, right?
Yeah,
They haven't won an ACC title game since 1980.
that's pretty crazy.
So, dude, that's almost like as old as probably our parents or something. You know what I mean?
Ha!
So, if you really think about it, this is a cry for help, and they're looking into Bill Belichick, who again, well experienced, 6-time champion. He knows what it takes to win. He has the winning mentality. Now, we've seen it that in the NFL, when Tom Brady left, he was still the head coach, and the Patriots were still trash. They were winning worse and worse until to the point where they let go of Bill Belichick, and then they hired Mayo, but whatever. So all I'm saying is that will he be able to coach? Yes. Will he have the patience to be coaching college level kids? No. Why
Nah.
did he take this job? Maybe because of the love of the game. I don't know. I think he would have had a better shot at doing college game day probably
Or even coaching back in the NFL.
or coaching back in the NFL. I know there's a lot of teams right now who are just terrible.
Excuse me, Dallas, Mike
Mm.
McCarthy, fire him. Bring this man, even though he might die soon. Either too. Well, no, who
Oh,
knows?
well, but all I'm saying is that
Looks
I
a lot
think
better than Jerry Jones. I didn't say nothing.
all I'm saying is that this is a good move for North Carolina. Hopefully, they could moving on to next college football season. That everything would turn out good, everything would turn out okay and successful. All best wishes for Bill Belichick. Shout out Bill Belichick, bro.
So yeah, I would have to agree with Irv here on this one. Again, this is breaking news. This is not a joke. This literally just came out a couple minutes ago. And we're breaking it right now. Uh, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think it was the smart move by Bill Belichick. I think that he would have won, got the money he deserved from any other team out there that was willing for a coach. Again, there hasn't been a coach though knocking on his door asking for interviews or whatever. So that might be a sign to say, hey, maybe I should change my things to North Carolina. And they're looking for me to get me in as the head coach, and they're going to give me money. You know, to be honest, I might as well do it. I'm 72 right now. I don't have that much time to live. I might as well go out with a bang, see how I do with college, and maybe I can make some crazy noise this coming season. That's probably what was discussed in the family of Bill Belichick and in his own mind. But
Yeah.
ultimately, I don't think it's going to work out. I don't see Bill Belichick going to recruit college kids, going to college kids' houses, and talking to their parents. It's just not. You've heard it from Rob Gronkowski, you've heard it from Julian Edelman, and you've heard it from Tom Brady himself. They've all three of them said he is not right for college football, and we all know why. He is not that overjoyed guy. He's not.
Well, maybe they meant it like jokingly, obviously, but
I don't know about that, dude. I mean, this guy literally would just on the interviews, on the press conference, would be like, "Next question, next question." Yeah, we're moving the ball. We're
and
moving
you
the
want to know
ball.
something?
We're losing the ball.
All they're gonna definitely have more TV time now.
Oh, without a doubt, you got the best, one of the, if
Yeah,
not the best coach
yeah,
in NFL history on the freaking
yeah.
sideline in college. There, North Carolina's going to be on the map, and that's going to
It's
be great
yeah,
for them. But the
and
fact,
it's gonna be like Dion as well, like Dion Sanders when he went
I don't
to
think it's going to be
Colorado.
as big though. Dion is so much bigger. He's prime time for a
I
reason.
mean, well, yeah, but
And
with
also,
Belichick's
Colorado actually has good players. Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders, like
no, no, no. I
they're.
get that, but that's because they came with Dion.
Yeah, no, I
Before
know. I'm just
before
saying.
Dion, they were terrible.
But
They
no one's
would
coming. But no one's. But at least they're in a conference that they would have put on TV. North Carolina is barely on TV, if not anything. I think they put the Duke and North Carolina game sometimes on TV if they're both ranked or one's ranked. Other than that, it's a rarity.
yeah.
So I would say that all in all, cool. Best wishes to Bill Belichick and the North Carolina football team. But I think a lot of NFL teams missed out on an opportunity to get one of the greatest, if not the greatest, coach of all time.
Mm.
That's pretty much it for this little short, little sweet segment about Bill Belichick.
Yep.
To be honest, I could care less, but it is what it is. He's he's won so many championships. It's like, all right, dude, yeah, cool. You're going on your way. Let's move to our first official segment, shall we? Let's go
Mm.
there. All right, so we have the NBA Cup. Like I said, me and Irv were right about the Thunder and the Mavericks. Last week, we picked the Thunder to beat the Mavericks. They did pretty handsomely by 14, 118 to 104. And they will meet the winner on Saturday, this coming Saturday, of the Warriors and Rockets tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on TNT. We also had the Bucks and Magic. We both, I believe, Irv, I think you picked the Magic. I remember you picking the Magic. I'm not
No,
mistaken.
I
You said the
said
Bucks, right? I think I said the Bucks. I know I said the Bucks. But
no.
you
You're
did.
right.
You did say the Magic because you were like the
But
upside.
no, because why the reason why I said the Magic was because of Wagner or
Yeah.
Wagner, or I forgot how to say like pronounce his name, but because of him bringing his role, being the role of the scorer and playmaker, and then surround the pieces. And if you really saw that game, they were close too.
No, it was a great game.
If
Great
it
game.
if it wasn't if it wasn't for Giannis turning up the Jets and then Damian Lillard turning on the Jets as well, like
They would have lost.
uh, they would have definitely lost
Yeah.
100%. But
It
hey,
was a great pick. The Magic were an upside team. They could have won that game. So yeah, so the
mhm.
Magic was picked by Irv. The Bucks won 114 to 109. They await the winner of the 7 o'clock game tonight on ESPN between the Knicks and the Hawks. So again, guys, just to relash our picks for you guys, I picked the Rockets tonight on TNT to beat the Warriors in a close one. Again, if the Warriors win, I'm not mad. I want them to win, but at the same time, I think the Rockets have a little bit more upside. They have a little bit more youth, and they're a little bit more healthier in general. than the Warriors, so that's where I would go with the Rockets over the Warriors. They're actually taking the -2.5 towards the Rockets, so I have the Rockets covering the -2.5. And I go with I think it's the total was 237.5 for points. I have the under of that. I did that on my TikTok. You guys can check that out. The Fire Sports Pod _ 2.0. We do daily picks for every NHL, NBA, college basketball, college football, and NFL. So you guys could check that out. And NHL. So yeah, so again, Irv, you have the Warriors still. Obviously, I think you're rocking with your Warriors no matter what.
Yeah, no. I mean, we already saw their first matchup against the Rockets, and they performed really well. So we're just going to be looking forward to the second matchup, and I think it's going to be the same result.
All right, sounds like a plan. Now, Knicks Hawks, a little bit of a difference. We both picked the Knicks, but we both were like, all right, the Hawks have been playing good. They beat Boston, they beat Cleveland back-to-back nights. There's a bit of a concern if you are Knicks fans. Again, it isn't Atlanta does have a legitimate shot to win this game, especially the way Trae Young's been playing. He's been playing out of his mind. But I think the Knicks bigger, stronger, a little bit faster. I think better shooting overall in general. I would say the Knicks have better defense than the Hawks do. The Hawks give up like over 125 points a game. I would say the Knicks should definitely win this game to face the Bucks to go to the championship for the NBA Cup. I think we're sticking with that, right, Irv? We're going with the Knicks.
I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, the Knicks right now they're on a run. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns is right now taking over.
Yeah,
He's
he's
not
playing.
embracing. He's embracing his role as the starting center for the Knicks. I
Yep.
know, people were hating on him when they got traded, saying they should have kept Randall DiVincenzo. Nah, they are really much, if not maybe Eastern
Better.
Conference Finals type of contenders, possibly finals. But again, we're only talking about NBA Cup here, so
And we're only
I
like 25 games in through the season.
yeah, I know, but you got to start saying it at some point.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
has
No, definitely.
so, but yeah, I'm definitely taking the Knicks here. I just think offensively and defensively, they're just better than the Hawks.
Yep. All right, I agree with that. All right, so that's really it, guys. We'll go over probably on we'll go over next Monday. Definitely hit a segment up on the what happened in the semifinal, the West and the East, and that's pretty much it. But again, guys, overall, we'll know on Friday what's going to be the West and East semifinal. So I will pick whether or not it is. We'll pick on Friday whether it's the Thunder versus the Rockets, Thunder versus Warriors, Knicks versus Bucks, Knicks versus Hawks. So we'll do that on Friday. So check that out. All right. So let's go to our second segment, shall we? On the some NBA trade rumors. So let's go to that.
Yeah, I want to hear these.
We have a bit to talk about in the next couple minutes or so. So let's get into that as we go. So let's go to share the screen. If this thing would work. All right, cool. So these are some NBA rumors. Again, this is from Bleacher Report. We ain't joking about this. Some of them are relatively now.
Factual.
Bronny James will play his first G League road game Thursday against the Valley Suns. Again, we all knew that Bronny James was not going to play any road games according to JJ Redick. Now he's playing his first. So that shows that maybe they're embracing his role as a G Leaguer for this.
I think he already played his first. He's just playing his first road game, I think.
No. He played his first G League, of course. I'm just saying he's playing his first road game. They said that he wasn't any road games.
Right. Yeah.
Now, Jimmy Butler, fine with trade talk. Jimmy unbothered by the rumors surrounding the status in Miami. That's not looking good for Miami then. That does not look good for Miami. So what are your thoughts? Do you think Jimmy Butler has a shot to go anywhere, or do you think he stays in the Heat this one last year?
I mean, when you really think about the Heat and everything that they've been through, you have to think about championship success and playoff success. Now, the Heat, in my opinion, I mean, sort of a hot take. I think from 2020, from the NBA bubble to 2024, they have been the best team throughout those 4 years. When you have 2 NBA Finals appearances and every other year, you have to give that credit. and I really feel like the Miami Heat they're a really good team, and they have good chemistry. They have good shooting. I mean, we saw that with a bunch of teams this past season, these past couple of games. But I just feel like Jimmy's thinking more about champion success and playoff success, and sadly the Heat haven't been that fortunate when it comes to playoff success.
Now, where would he go? Where do you think he would go
So
if there was a suitor?
so there's three teams right now that are the top three. You got the Dallas Mavs,
Mm.
Golden State Warriors,
Mm.
and the Houston Rockets. Now,
Mm.
Dallas Mavericks, I would see that work, but you also have to think about egos.
No, you also have to think about who they're going to give up. They're definitely going
No,
to give
and
PJ
and they're
Washington.
definitely what they're gonna do is that they're definitely gonna give up PJ Washington and Klay Thompson.
And I don't think they're going to do that again.
They're not. They're not gonna do that again because I mean they just acquired Klay, and Klay, inconsistent, but he's still, he's making shots when he needs to make shots.
And PJ
But
Washington's a beast.
right, but you also have to think about the ego of the team, where you have Kyrie Irving, and you also have Luka Doncic. Now, how would those three personalities work?
Not where, because all of them
Now,
need the fucking ball.
all of them want. If they're down, they all want to score at the same time.
You can even remember Kyrie and Luka, their first year together. They were like, we didn't know who to give the ball to.
Yeah,
I gave it to Kyrie, and then he gave it back to me, and I gave it back to him. We didn't know who to win, for them to score the basketball. So if you add Jimmy Butler, who literally every time in Miami takes the last second shots, nah, ain't gonna work. But I'm intrigued to see. I definitely think it would. I'm sorry. I don't think it would work in Golden State.
it will. It will definitely work in Golden
You think
State.
it would?
Absolutely, because when you talk about Golden State, you're talking about one man and one man only, and that's Steph Curry. Well, the reason why we have brought Buddy Hield is because he was a great 3-point shooter, and I think at some point he led his team in points. I think it was with the Pacers.
No, 76ers.
76ers. Yes.
2 years ago.
So with that in mind, we bring in Buddy Hield. He's very inconsistent. So then you bring in Curry, and then you surround him with good bench pieces. Bring in Kyle Anderson, bring in DeAnthony Melton, even though he's hurt. When he was on, we were 12-1 when he was healthy. But anyways, though. You know what I mean? And then you have Jonathan Kuminga, who's an up-and-coming star. Andrew Wiggins, who's supposed to be also another second scorer. He's a first-round pick. He should have been our second scorer as well, but he's inconsistent.
Draymond
averages 20. Draymond averaging a triple single right now. But yeah, so if we bring in Jimmy Butler, we're most likely going to give up Andrew Wiggins and Jonathan Kuminga and probably a couple of picks. But I think this fits very well because it fits the Warriors want to win now mentality that now Curry is leaving. Not Curry's leaving, but he's getting older. Dre is getting older. Jimmy's getting older too. He's 32 years old.
Would they sacrifice their youth? Especially Kuminga, who's a star basically right now. Would you sacrifice your youth?
That's why I'm saying it's a winning now type of mentality. Right now they're just trying to get another chip. Because they're trying to get another chip while Curry is still performing at a high level.
How about Houston though?
Houston is kind of they have been terrible throughout ever since James Harden, the whole James Harden situation happened.
Now
he
they're
left
really
to go to
good.
Brooklyn. But now they really got Sengun. They got
Jabari,
who's a baller.
Break up that shit. Like
they do not want to touch that. Like the only reason why he wants him to go to Houston is because he grew up in that Houston area. So I feel like he has family in that area.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but Houston should not risk breaking up that young core.
If we scroll down at the Bleacher Report, remember I told you before we got on like an hour ago, they said they weren't making any trades. Knowingly, they're freaking like 17-5. Why would you?
You would not want to break up that chemistry because once Jimmy Butler comes in, it's because the thing is that they all share the rock. There's not one main scorer. Well, Jalen Green took that role of being the main scorer, but then now Jalen Green dropping 15. You got Sengun dropping 15, Jabbar dropping 15, Fred VanVleet dropping 13, 15 with a couple of dimes. So is Sengun almost like triple doubles every time he plays. they're spreading the rock around and everyone's feeding. Imagine Jimmy Butler comes in and he's the main scorer.
So
That ruins everyone else's role. It
and
ruins everyone else's role.
I would
So
say that the Warriors probably would be the best because it's more of like a KD situation. I'm not comparing Jimmy Butler to
no,
KD,
not comparing, but I get
but
yeah.
it's
We
like
just need a second option, and
yeah,
because Curry
or
doing it by
Jimmy
himself
Butler
is not it.
or Jimmy Butler turns into the first option, and what like Kevin Durant did it. So like
Mm.
no, but listen,
Oh, I
the
see
way,
that. I see that. I
yeah,
see
the
that.
way
I see
Kevin
that. I see
Durant
that.
did it, basically like,
Mhm.
I'll defer to you because I know you that guy. It's not like you lose. It's not like he's just an offensive guy. It's not like Luca.
He's a
He's
two
also
way.
a defensive guy.
He's a two way.
He's
Yes.
a big boy, so he knows how to play defense down low. He can hold his thing, and I think that would help out Draymond a lot because he doesn't have to guard the best player, and that he could save his energy for late, and he can really unlock some good defenses. So I would agree with you that the Warriors would be the perfect situation.
Yeah.
I just don't think they would do it because they probably have to give up Kaminga. I don't think they want to give up Kaminga. I don't think they care
I
about Wiggins,
again,
but I think
again,
they just want him.
it's a winning now mentality. They're not thinking they because the thing is that Kaminga was doing good in summer league. I know it was summer league, but it's potential because he's only 19, 20 years old. So it's potential. And then in the beginning of the season, he was all right, but it was not consistent. It was not consistent enough. It wasn't to the level that he portrayed himself during the summer league, where usually people want to see and test out. Oh, look at this star player. Like, like when Clay left, you know what I mean? They just want to see how it works out. You get what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're
So,
saying. And that's probably why we get to our second rumor, which is probably the biggest rumor of all of them. Could LeBron James be moved? And will he be able to go to the Warriors?
I've seen this everywhere, and this is about to make me cry if because I hate when my hopes are being like that. Like I wouldn't mind if they start spreading Jimmy Butler rumors. You know what I mean? It's it's good to see that we're gonna have another star player. Do not put LeBron James in that conversation, please. I'm not
So
saying he's
you
terrible.
telling
I'm
me
just
you
saying
would
you will
want
make a grown man cry. I'm
you
more comfortable getting rumored about Jimmy
Dave,
Butler.
but no, I'm saying you would not want to see that.
I would want to see that. What I don't want to see is rumors sparking up saying that he's going to come to the Warriors and he doesn't end up coming. That's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see that. So it's either you're being confirmed coming to the Warriors or just stop putting him in Warriors jerseys because you're making a man emotional over here. I don't want to see that.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. I get you. And to be honest, as a Lakers fan and as a LeBron fan, I don't want to really see it either. Because the fact of the matter is I think then that really takes away his role as being the best player ever in that conversation. Because then he just hopped to the Warriors and they just become the best team ever. Yeah, he'll probably pass Jordan in championships being there. But will it pass him as the GOAT? No, because he didn't do it on his own. He had to go to the Warriors. And now then you talk about Miami, Bosh, Wade, whatever. All right. But you bring in LeBron James and Steph Curry on the same team. I don't care how old both of them are. They can still LeBron just dropped 39 just 3 nights ago and a triple-double. And
He was averaging a triple double for like a good amount of time.
I know. And Steph Curry's still able to hit over 30 whenever any given night. That's like 60 fucking points with like 25 assists and 15, 20 rebounds, not to mention steals, blocks, and everything else. I don't think it would happen, but if it did, it would be cool to see in the moment. But in the grand scheme of things, I think it would just diminish LeBron's legacy in the GOAT conversation. It will never diminish his legacy in general, but it would diminish his legacy in the GOAT because then everyone's going to say, oh, well, he went to the Warriors. That's how he's able to pass Jordan, blah, 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 blah. No matter how much he averages, no matter how much he scores, it don't fucking matter because you went to the Warriors and you joined Steph Curry, the best shooter of all time. You arguably the best player of all time. It just doesn't make sense. But now here are some rumors about a Lakers trade that can really help galvanize their season because they started out hot and now they've kind of hit a blockade. Lakers get, this is a Nets trade. Lakers get Dennis Schroeder again, Dorian Finney-Smith, a shooter, Day'Ron Sharpe, and Shake Milton. I don't know who the hell two of those guys are, but whatever.
So hold on. You don't know who Shea Milton is?
No. Day'Ron Sharpe. Who the hell is that?
I believe I think he's an undersized center for the Nets. I'm trying to see.
Yeah, we don't need an undersized center. We need an oversized center.
Damn, I don't know. It's because I saw him playing MSG.
No, I just remember Shake Milton. I don't know who Shake Milton is. I don't know why.
He was from the 76ers. He was like the two-way. He was a two-way guard.
I remember him. I don't know who the hell Day'Ron Sharpe is. Sorry if you watch this, Day'Ron Sharpe. I have no idea who the hell you are. So sorry. But the Nets would get D'Angelo Russell, which is fine. I don't like him. I can't stand him. Gabe Vincent, he sucked.
Oh, get him out of here.
Jalen Hood Scufinio, he's horrible too. 29 first-round pick, 2031 first-round pick, $4 million trade exception, Day'Ron Sharpe, $2.9 million trade exception, Shake Milton. Pistons get Maxwell Lewis, that's fine. Rights to Vanjel Markovic from the Nets, $2 million from the Lakers. I don't like this trade at all.
Yeah, this
trade's ass.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only benefit you'll get is just Dennis Schroeder being a better, backup point, or even a better point in general.
I'm sorry, that's pretty ass. Bleacher Report, you suck. I'm sorry. All due respect, that is a pretty shit trade. I don't know how the fuck that helps us at all. That
doesn't help anyone here.
That doesn't help nobody. That is kind of gay. Oh my god. Oh Max Strus is going to make his season debut on Friday against the Wizards. He started in all 70 games played and ranked second on the Cavs in plus minus last season, but he's been hurt. All right. Warriors eyeing Schroeder.
Yes. I saw this trade. Saw this. Yep. So they're thinking of trading. Who was it, man? I think it was Jonathan. It was Pods. I think it was Jonathan and Pods, and then a couple of picks for Schroeder, Johnson, and Finney-Smith. Now, Finney-Smith and Johnson in general, really good shooter.
Just take Johnson,
bro. No, because the thing is with Schroeder, he's a great backup point guard for us. That's exactly what we need. It's a better
now.
Pods,
but no, but Pajensky.
He's terrible.
What?
He is terrible, bro.
The lefty, the white dude.
Yes, now I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, bro. Trust me, I know. He's been very inconsistent. He's not good on defense. He just takes charges. He throws, bro. But you gotta understand. You gotta understand something. If you're a rookie and on your rookie season you lead the league in charges drawn, so imagine your second and third year, you're gonna be baiting those charges. Teams read that. They know. Oh, look, I'm gonna play the Warriors. This Pods is gonna try to bait me into charging him. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna toss it to his man in the corner, and they splash it for a three. That's a wide open three. That's a layup right there.
So you're saying his defense sucks?
I feel like his off-ball defense is not good. On-ball defense is all right. It's pretty average. It's okay. He knows when to stay in front of his man.
He's a smaller guard too, so.
Right, but yeah, but his off-ball defense is terrible because all he wants to do is draw charges, and it sucks for us because the wide open corner three is open, and if that's not open, boom, the man who's helping on the wing, toss it to him, who's probably a better shooter. Wow, that's how we're losing most of our games. That's how we're losing most of our games because of that defensive breakdown. So I think if we had Dennis Schroeder, it would be a 100% a better upgrade because he's a veteran. He knows how to handle the rock well.
You think he's a better off-ball defender?
I just think he'll be smart when it comes to defending. I don't think he's going to try drawing charges on people who are smart enough to toss it to the corner. I think he'll be a smarter off-ball defender. Yeah. Right. And then Cam Johnson, excellent shooter.
I don't think you can say anything about that one.
Yeah, he's really good. I wouldn't mind taking him. And then Finney-Smith, he's a good defender. Also another good shooter, decent shooter.
He's just been lackluster since he left.
I mean,
Dallas.
Yeah, ever since he left Dallas, joined the Nets, he hasn't been popping as usual. But I saw him at MSG when I went to go see him play against the Knicks, and he was actually doing pretty good. He had really good shooting. He was making his open shots, pretty good defense, even though they kind of lost really bad. But hey,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having that trade.
All right. So another one is Jeremy Grant and Simons and Robert Williams III gathering interest around the league. So that's their big three basically. So there goes the Trailblazers.
Yeah, I mean, the Scoot Henderson was supposed to adopt that role into being a part of that
He
big
sucks.
three,
He sucks.
but he's just terrible with his
He can't shoot.
with his big ass goggles.
He can't shoot.
Nope.
He can't
do
freaking
nothing.
shoot. He's a slasher.
Yep.
He's worse than Ben Simmons. No, actually, no, he's not.
No, that disrespect is crazy, bro. I mean,
whoa.
I don't really know. I don't watch Scoot Henderson.
No, he's worse than what's his name?
Killian Haynes.
No, that tore his ACL on the Magic.
Oh my gosh. Pablo Banchero?
No, he didn't tore his ACL. He got his hip hurt.
I don't know who tore their ACL.
No. Markel Fultz. He's worse than Markel Fultz. Well, Markel Fultz is actually not bad when he fixes jump.
He's a bucket.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's worse than Markel Fultz when he was in the league. When he first came in the league and couldn't shoot a damn basketball.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. Scoot is
just because his shot was terrible. His shot had lag in it. His shot was laggy. It
looked like some NBA shit, man. Look like a glitch in 2K. Freaking Scoot has a good jump shot. He just can't make anything.
Yeah, he's just not making nothing. Jack.
He was supposed to be the G League guy, or right behind Victor Wembanyama. Bro, you suck. They were saying he's better than Victor. Get the fuck out of here with that. That's crazy.
You can't pass Victor, bro.
No, not anymore. Coming into the league.
Not even coming into the league, he would not have done that, bro.
Well, they were
seeing German, huh?
They were saying that they would put him above there in the beginning of the draft. I was like, you are out of your fucking mind.
No.
So the last two things that caught my eye, or before we get off, is Kyle Kuzma. Several contenders are eyeing him. Wizards forward expected to be hot commodity entering the trade deadline. To be honest, I don't mind if I can pick up a Kyle Kuzma. I'm cool with that. He's a big guy. He could shoot the rock. Hey, I just know from the Lakers, he was really good in that bubble.
Yeah, the Lakers was good. He was good, but I feel like Washington just made him trash.
I don't think he's trash. I think he's in a horrible situation.
Yeah, the Washington Wizards made him trash. Like they made him terrible.
I don't think he's trash. I just think he's in a bad situation and he makes him trash.
Okay.
So I think some contenders would be able to use him, especially some that are lacking shooting. So
do you have a team in mind that would take him? Or like that you would see him fit? Oh, the Lakers.
Yeah. No, they would never bring him back. But yeah, we do need shooting, so that would be nice. And to be honest, our shooting has been absolutely fantastic.
I mean, you got Connect, you got
our shooting's been great this year. To be honest, our shooting's not the problem. Our fucking defense is the problem, and then our offense is the problem. We can't score sometimes. When we score a lot, we don't play good defense. When we don't score a lot, we play good defense, but we lose a close game. But yeah, I would say the Kuzma could go probably to contenders. Pistons. And they're not contenders, but it's a team that could use shooting. I could see him with Cade and Ivy.
Cade, Ivy, Durant, Duran,
and Kuzma. It's not bad. I mean, I know they're not contenders, but they ain't no like shit show like the Wizards are.
Bro, I just feel like they need to build. They just need to build. They need to use the momentum that Cade Cunningham right now is going because he's been a bucket. He's really been a bucket, and Jaden Ivey is starting to sprout more too. So I feel like they need more bench pieces, in my opinion.
Well, Kuzma doesn't have to start.
You're gonna bench Kuzma, who
Fuck
was
yeah.
the leading scorer for the Wizards. You're gonna bench him?
Yeah, he's only the leading scorer for the Wizards because the Wizards suck. And they don't have anybody but Jordan Poole.
So exactly. So you would put us if you're leading your own team in scoring. Why would you bench him?
Because that's just the situation he is. He has
So
to take 30 shots.
so you're not gonna start him at the small forward position?
But who are you taking out on the Pistons?
Tim Hardaway.
Okay, then that's fine. But you said there was no spot, so I was like, I would then you would take Tim Hardaway off.
No, I was saying that they need to build their bench pieces like the Pistons in order for them to be proper contenders.
Like get young guys. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if Kuzma. Kuzma being in the Pistons would be great, but then that means that they're gonna give up more of the young guys, and that means a more horrible bench than what they already have now.
All right, I get you. So where would you think he would go?
Kuzma, maybe if I'm being honest, Bucks.
I was about to say that.
The Bucks,
the East right now. I was about to say that the Bucks would.
The Bucks
use him
to spread the floor around a little more, have more size, especially.
Hey, you can even throw in the Pacers there. They're lacking a lot of shooting.
Ooh, I mean, you have Siakam. You have Turner.
Couldn't you put Kuzma at the 2? He's a shooter. Nah, he's a little too big for that. Yeah.
Nah, yeah. I think in terms of size, he's too big. I mean, yeah, like maybe if he was like a little maybe faster on his feet.
Yeah, he's a little slow.
Yeah, he's a little slow because he's a little bigger, but
yeah. All right,
I see him. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I get you. All right, so the last one, LaVine trade market is very quiet. Personally, I love LaVine. I just think he hasn't been healthy consistently, and he hasn't shown all that stuff. But man, when he was healthy a couple years back, bro, I remember him pulling from half court. I remember him doing all this shit. He's great, dude. I just think that he just needs to get in the right situation. Even though I know he loves Chicago, and he even said it on the court. He's like, I'm here to Chicago to stay. But I think that's not the right move, man. I think he's got to get out of Chicago and get somewhere else that he can be productive enough to win games. Because I think that he is really rotting away in Chicago. And I think if he would go to another team, I think it would unlock what he had a couple years back. Like, if he would go to, I don't know, what team would use? You would see more of him. Let's say you put him on the Nets. Cam Johnson, Schroeder. I think you would unlock a LaVine again. Like LaVine.
Bro, you're putting him back in the same position that he is in the Bulls.
But I don't think the Bulls I think the Nets are better than the Bulls. They're younger. They play better defense. They score more. Chicago is literally ass. Nets have been competing with everybody. Chicago's been
right, but still you're kind of just still putting him because the Nets are not that good either. Well, I know they're better than the Bulls, but they're not like totally better. Like, oh my gosh, like contenders in the East better. They're just better by like a seed or two ahead of the Bulls.
Well, okay, so would you add him to any teams in the East? You got the Cavs, Celtics, Magic, Knicks, Heat, Bucks, Hawks, Nets, Pacers, Bulls, Pistons, 76ers, Hornets, Raptors, Wizards.
When you're thinking about Zach LaVine, you're thinking about as a number one scorer for a very long time in that Bulls franchise. For the amount of time that he was there, he was the number one scorer. Then he got injured. They brought DeMar, tried his best. I think he got injured again with DeMar DeRozan there. And, now he's getting back into that role where he needs to be that number one option. Because you got Vucevic, you have Kobe White,
I hate Vucevic. I really don't.
Which, by the way, that was a trade rumor for the Warriors. They were thinking of trading.
No, but I think Vucevic would do really well with the Warriors. I don't think he's good with Chicago.
Right. I mean, and then you also got Josh Giddey too. I mean, he's a playmaker. He could score a little bit as well. I think
they fumbled the bag. They should have kept Alex Caruso. I'm sorry. Josh Giddey is not.
Yeah, but Alex Caruso wasn't scoring as much as he
No, but
should or
okay, I'm sorry,
playmaking.
but OKC got the steal of the fucking trade.
No,
Oh,
they did.
Josh
But
Giddey, no offense, I like Josh. I don't care about whatever happened with this girl that's underage. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't even know if that's actually true. Nothing came about it, so
they
I
were
don't.
both 19. It's just that he's a celebrity at 18, 19 years old, and they brought it
Yeah,
up now.
yeah, it made everything look like crazy. But no, personally, I think Alex Caruso, I'm sorry, I'm taking him over a lot of guys that are like on the bubble. I like his defense. And yes, he's not a quote unquote scorer, but my God, I'm sorry. The way he played with the Lakers and the way I saw him with the Bulls,
Yeah.
I'm taking Caruso over Giddey any day of the week. If I need a defensive stop or I need some clutch ass shooting or clutch ass shot or just in general playmaking, I'm taking Caruso over Giddey. I just don't trust Giddey. I just didn't like him in OKC. His shot selection, his shot ability, his decision making was not
Yeah,
smart.
because he's a playmaker. He likes to give the ball up. He's not necessarily a scorer. Now, if you put him in a score position, like
Who?
maybe a
You
drive
talking
to the
Giddey or
back, Giddy. Like if you put because Giddy's a playmaker. He's not really the passing. Like I mean, he's not the shooting type of person. If he has to, he will.
well, he is a shooter technically because he does have
Technically,
technically that they got him for shooting OKC, but he didn't do so well.
yeah,
Um,
because yeah,
No, he
I
also had
totally
the
get it.
accusations all last year, so that definitely had a part in it. The year before that, so that ref definitely screwed him up. I think anybody would be screwed up if you had accusations of being in a relationship with a minor. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think Zach LaVine, like you said, I probably have to agree. I think he's the best chances for him to just stay in his spot. Because I think, like I said, I think it's the only option where he can kind of take the reins by himself. I think almost all other teams, except like contending teams, are all have their stars and good enough to play. So I think he would stay.
Yeah, I mean, for in the Eastern Conference, I mean, the only other team I'm thinking about is probably the Lakers for him to go to
Yeah,
the Lakers because I mean, I'm just saying that only because
but
they're
we've been
just doing
connected to
terrible.
him, but there's been like nothing like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but I think that's pretty much it. Or that's it for you.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
That's
You
it for
got
me, man. All right, we're 42 minutes into the show. I'm your host, Zach Jackson, here on the Forest Sports Pod with my co host, Irv. We are back at it again with another episode. This was season 6, episode number 5. We will see you guys on Friday for season 6, episode number 6 on the Fire Sports Pod. Again, we are powered by StreamYard, where StreamYard makes the dream yard go. We're going to have a special guest on. My professor, Thomas Franklin, has done so many things in the sports world. So he's got a lot. We're going to have a lot to talk about with him. So check us out. We're gonna have that show coming for you guys at 2:00 on Friday. We'll have that posted by 4:00, 4 or 5 o'clock, so you guys can check it out. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Wednesday at night, and I will see you guys on Friday. Peace out, guys.